Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Envoy with me, Break It Dawn. Let's level up and then storm the keep. So for Benedict, I'm going to put points into power because I want that plus 10% max mana. His greatest weakness right now is his lack of mana. So I'm trying to shore that up. And here, I think I'll get rid of Dash and equip Taunt. So Taunt grants 120 magic shield for 30 seconds and inflicts Taunt for 6 seconds on enemies within 5 meters. Generates increased threat. And Status Energy Shaken inflicts Taunt for 6 seconds and weakness for 10 seconds on enemies with Shaken. Coincidentally, Taunt actually synchronizes really well with Dash, since Dash inflicts Shaken. I hardly ever use Dash, mostly because we don't have the excess mana to use it. I think Taunt would be a better use of any extra mana that Benedict ends up having, because it provides that magic shield. I mean, you could argue that Dash also provides survivability, since he can dash away from danger, but he's a tank. I don't want him running away. I want him to stand there and take that damage. Alright, for Malachi, I don't like this ability, so I'm going to get rid of that, and put these points into force weapons instead. To abuse the weapons of all allies within 10 meters to deal plus 4 shock damage and armor strip 1 and inflict Shaken at 10% chance for 20 seconds. Additional damage and status chance increased times 2 for two-handed weapons. Close. 3 points into that. That's plus 6 shock damage and 3 armor strip. And a 20% chance of Shaken. And we have an extra point, we'll just throw it back on the electric mines. And here we'll put points into might. Kayla, more speed. So she does have points. When I try to use them, they get consumed, I guess. Alright, Cestia. I will max out Steady Hand, so that's an extra 5% critical chance, 3% attack speed, and 3% skill power while in cover. And Mastery, at 15 points, after skill is cast, increase critical chance by 25% for 5 seconds. That synchronizes really well with Wind Stance. Leon, more speed. Let's do Drone Swarm. So summons 3 spider bots around the caster for 20 seconds. Seeks out enemies and explodes in contact, dealing 180 frost damage, inflicting freeze for 4 seconds, armor shatter for 20 seconds on enemies within 2 meters. Status Energy Vulnerable, inflicts freeze for 6 seconds, armor shatter for 20 seconds on enemies with vulnerable. And I think we'll swap this out. Because it doesn't cost summon points to use the Drone Swarm, but it kind of matches the theme of the Constructor class a bit better. Like Vaso, Endurance. Followed by... Let's do Healing Crystal. Then we'll swap out the Fire Apprentice. Alright, Tet, more Mastery. And we'll max out Augmenting Beacon. What's it do? An extra 10% critical chance on breaking invisibility, 25% crit damage. That's it. Cool. Good job, Malachi. And away we go. Krannite Citadel. Rule number 1. Always try to pull your opponent from their favorite terrain. You don't want to fight on their turf if there's any other way. Well, I guess there's not another way, because we're going to their fortress. That was weird. I had to zoom out the camera and it does that.
Good you are here. I was getting a bit antsy. Ready to proceed?
I think so. What's the situation? Do you know anything more about the weapon they're creating?
It's bad. The shit I've seen here, they're testing a plague that only affects humans. They say it's just a precaution, but I've seen their distribution plans. They're planning a genocide.
Not to sound ungrateful, but why are you aiding the Empire? You're an elf and a League soldier, no less.
Not all of us hate humans. I joined the League to protect my family, not to murder civilians. If we don't stop them, no man, woman, or child will be safe. A plague doesn't choose. Winning a war is not worth it.
Thank you. We couldn't have done it without your help. Now, how do you plan on getting us in?
Plain and simple. I will push you past the guard post, and you can proceed as you please. There's 2 ways to go about it. You can reach there and through the training grounds, or the science wing. Neither is easier, but maybe you have a preference. The path splits right away though, so we need to decide now. What say you?
Training grounds or science wing? I have no idea. I'm guessing we find a bunch of recruits here and a bunch of scientists here, so now the choice is like morally good. Yeah, I go to the science wing. Seems less combative, so we're trying to sneak in anyway, right?
Let's go through the science wing. Passing through the training grounds filled to the brim with the League's best feels like a bit much.
Very well. Now, keep your heads down and look obedient. I hope you're convincing actors.
Maybe 75% of our team shouldn't be humans if we're dealing with the anti-human plague.
Name and orders.
Uvo, 2nd Division, sir. Escorting prisoners.
Prisoners, huh? There aren't any planned transfers.
We caught them sneaking around the perimeter, sir. Bringing them in for interrogation.
Huh, that's weird. You're 2nd Division, right? Why would you be on patrol duty?
Shit. That could have gone better. Go right from here to get to the science wing. I'll try to keep them busy on the other side, but you have to move quickly.
Thank you. Be safe.
That's the plan. Now go! Get to Theron!
Alright, well. Good luck, buddy.
I guess we have a job to do.
On it.
Gotcha!
What now?
Yes?
Yes!
That flank's secure. We'll just focus over here then.
Repositioning. Orders.
Hang in there, Benedict.
And someone else's.
Oh yeah?
Sure.
Alright, a paperback book. A small book with a colorful cover stands out from the gloomy atmosphere of the Citadel. The cover looks a bit tacky, but in an entertaining way. The bookmark paragraph reads, He pulled me by the pearl necklace, one finger enough to make it nearly snap from the might his warm hands possessed. I'm so little next to him, so frail, just like the necklace. And just like the pearls, I'll yield to the strength of his masculinity. The marble of his scarlet naked torso welcomed me, muscles bulging like mountains across the landscape of his chest, cushioned my burning cheeks with foreign gentleness. My rock-hard Krannite warrior, my pillar, without whom I can't imagine my life anymore. Being captured by Kothur was something that made my noble blood thrum with repulsion, and now, this feeling is long gone, replaced with an inescapable pull of a burning desire. The carved muscles of his powerful arms cradle my elven curves closer to him, putting me between the rock and next to a very, very hard place. Wow, risque.
Right.
Glad they stopped there. I didn't want to narrate that whole thing.
Let's get going.
I'm taking you down.
There they are.
What's the plan?
Sure, why not?
That's why the camera seems so jerky in this area.
Just a little walk.
There's too much going on, the game's not fully optimized for it.
Onward, carefully.
What's on your mind?
We don't have all day. On it. Roger. Right.
Nice and easy. Oh, that's nice. You go and shoot that, buddy.
Work. Let's get started.
We're absolutely melting these guys.
On it.
It's been the case for a while now. I'm not surprised.
If you say so.
Sure.
The gate.
Always with the interruptions. I'm working here. It's almost done. Pestering me about it won't make the process any faster.
Heads up. Surrender or you won't be leaving the lab alive.
Oh, now that's new. Spare me the big talk, rats. I thought I'd heard some commotion, but I wasn't expecting a visit from the lab stock. Now shoo, I'm busy.
Your work here hardly makes you deserving of mercy, and yet we gave you a chance. You're truly a vile creature. May your hubris damn you.
It's sad to see an elf succumb to human propaganda. I hope you will find solace in whatever afterlife you anticipate after we are done here.
Likewise.
There they are.
Let's see what we can do over there. Taunt here. Make some crowd control out. Alright. That's just gonna soften them up for later. That's right, that's turned off. Oops.
Oh yeah?
Where'd he go? Oh, we're getting flanked. That's what that music is here. It's like something you hear in Lethal Weapon. Hey, get back here, you.
Out of my way.
Changing position.
What do you propose?
Yes. Just stand still.
Did we do it? Corpses. These corpses look like they went through a lot, pre and post mortem. They barely resemble humans anymore. Since have wrought a testament to that.
Onward. Carefully.
We don't have all day.
I guess we have a job to do.
I thought that was Theron. They just called a shadow scientist, wasn't he?
Sounds interesting.
Let's get going.
Right.
Gotcha.
I suppose there's a turret on both sides. That's why I activated that one and ran over here.
Carefully.
Not the case this time, it looks like.
You asked for this. I've got this one!
Time for plan B?
Actually, Benedict, you stay on this side.
Oh yeah?
Speak.
Seriously. More?
Sounds
Oh, some
interesting.
reinforcements. It did destroy my turret. I guess it bought us a little time. Not that we really need it.
Sure.
If you say so.
On it. Look out.
Yes.
Take that! More trouble on our way.
Another teleporter.
We don't have all day.
Well, let's not take that yet. They seem to be taking us forward. Targets. Our training grounds look thoroughly used. They must take their practice seriously here. So in the training grounds anyway. So I wonder,
I guess we have a job to do.
I was just, depending on which path you take depends on which boss you fight. So we fought the Shadow Scientist because we took the science section.
Right.
Maybe there is a general or somebody we fight if we take the other path.
Onward. Carefully.
If Theron is really a cut above everyone we faced here, we better start thinking on how we plan to tackle him.
Granted, this is a cradle of the League's secret weapon in the making. He probably won't be just a guy.
On it.
I'm gonna tackle him the same way I've tackled everybody else up to this point. Oh, this is supposed to be the other boss, and then Theron's gonna be after that? Or maybe you find Theron in the training grounds, and then you just have to stop the plague, so you have to fight the Shadow Scientist.
So, you are the ones causing all this ruckus. Impressive for a bunch of Empire nobodies. So be it. I can use the exercise. It's been a while since I've had to take matters into my own hands.
Figures. You'd rather unleash a plague on your enemies and wait them out in your cozy fort like a coward.
I remember legends about your people and the nobility of their ways. I was told you respect all life, no matter how small and insignificant. How can you support the creation of this plague?
The only thing plaguing this world is you, humans. Ever since you set foot here, you've only taken and pillaged with no regard for anything other than yourselves. You're draining the planet faster than it can replenish. It's not your fault. It's just your nature to spread like sickness, leaving nothing but destruction in your wake.
This doesn't make it right to eradicate a whole species as if we were nothing.
You are nothing. Nothing but a pest, consuming all it touches. I've lived for countless human generations, seen them come and go, each one taking more than their predecessors. It's unfortunate what needs to happen, but no living thing will survive the coming millennia unless we find a cure for humanity. It's not too late to heal the world from the plague of your kind.
It's enough. There's no getting through to him. Let's get this over with.
Where'd he go? Wait, what?
On your command.
Can't someone else do it?
Speak.
On your mark. Time for plan B. What now?
I'm pretty sure he's right here. Oh, there he is. What the heck? Try to keep him alive.
Can't someone else do it? Oh yeah. On your mark.
Run away!
Can't someone else do it?
On your command.
Oh. Alright. Everybody alive, if you can.
Speak.
Alright, let's get behind cover.
Plan B.
We're gonna spread out here.
On your command.
Yes?
Make some bodies out there to help tank him, I guess. Alright, pick up Malachi if we can, and just keep chugging along as best we can. Didn't realize he dove into the ground at the beginning. I thought he was invisible and bugged out.
What now? There they are.
fun without risk.
We got Grant, a two-handed sword, block chance plus 10%, cleave damage plus 50%, weight minus 20%, damage to wounded health minus 20%, and all damage mitigated plus 20%. And grants Stone Rain. Conjure 16 boulders that randomly strike over time within a 5-meter radius. Each of them deals 100% weapon damage and inflicts stun for 5% chance on enemies within 1 meter. And a tier 3 Frost Prism, we've seen that before.
If you say so. I guess we have a job to do.
We don't have all day.
Sleeping Quarters. Remains of a once unconquered fortress lay in disarray. They pay no attention to keeping it orderly. And a formal request. A piece of paper snuck in between ledgers, filled with clean handwriting. It looks very professional. I'm writing to inquire about the state of our equipment. There have been 3 power outages in the span of the last 6 days. While I know it is a touchy subject to our superiors, I feel obligated to at least forward those suggestions to someone with agency. Obtaining technology that has been developed by the Empire could radically increase our efficiency, while also stabilizing processes that were, up to this point, highly volatile. Our facility has been operating on devices provided by the League authorities, but I hope it won't offend anyone when I admit they are no longer enough. Principles be darned. If we are to work, we need equipment. Thank you in advance. 8th Division Representative Casper T. Alright, cool. We have Cestia's companion quest. So I'm going to call it here. Next time I'll return to Free Phoenicia. Speak to who I have to talk to, and then do Cestia's quest. I think every time we have a companion quest, there hasn't been the side dungeons. At least last time we did it for Leon, right? So, this should be pretty straightforward. But either way, for now, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next one.